Hello people, today I am rambling about the one and only Animals by Pink Floyd. Now if you look at that, my copy of the spine thing is upside down, but look, that's right side up. I don't know if that was intentional. I don't know, I used to have it on vinyl, I sold it. I don't know. Don't drink too much, girl, you'll throw up. I don't know if, I can't remember if the LP version was upside down like that or not. Nevertheless, it's my favorite Pink Floyd album. I don't think that it was recorded in the same high fidelity manner as Dark Side of the Moon and Wish You Were Here, but the songs are every bit as good. And I was just thinking about this the other day, how Dark Side was like Pink Floyd's big breakthrough, tremendous moment, pop culture milestone, and then they kind of had this huge audience for the follow-up, which was Wish You Were Here. So it's like, well, let's make this giant, colossal song and cut it in half and bookend it, make it bookend the album, and then put 3 songs in the middle that are not as long and epic, but and less, well, still kind of proggy, but none of them have like a traditional song structure. But you know, she threw up, she drank her water too fast. Come on, Millie. Anyhow, so they did that, which was like, whoa, only 5 songs, it's wild. So it's like, how do you follow that up? Well, 2 years later, here's Animals, another 5 songs, but this album is bookended by basically the same song, but it's a very short, like 1 verse, 2 verses? Pigs on the Wing. I don't even know the difference between the 2 tracks. One starts the album, one ends it. I guess they have different lyrics. So it's like a short song cut in half almost. And then there's 3 mega epic, long, wild and crazy tracks, which I believe most of these were kind of just these jams that they were playing on stage during their previous tour after Wish You Were Here. I think one of them was called Raving and Drooling, and that became Sheep. But my favorite is Dogs. I mean, Dogs is oh, it's just fantastic. It's so dark, it's so devilish. The lyrics are just fantastic. Some people say this album is based on George Orwell's Animal Farm, which I read in 8th grade because my mom had a copy and it looked interesting, and I had heard something connection to Pink Floyd, which I was becoming interested in. And then we had to read it for school in 9th grade, but 9th grade, this end of the summer, was when I went to the CD store. I bought this CD for $9.99 used, and there was a brand new copy for $9.99, but something about used CDs appealed to me more, and later I felt that that was stupid. And now all these years later, I'm like, no, that's kind of cool that you did that. But so 9th grade was when I dug into it. I remember playing video games all alone, playing GameCube, Time Splitters 2, F-Zero GX. What other games was I playing at that time? Simpsons Hit and Run, or Road Rage, one of the 2. So I would be playing those games, and listening to this in my room after school, just kind of going to a different world. I was not doing drugs, but I think if you were gonna do drugs, this might be a good album to do drugs to, but it'll take you to outer space sonically. Mark Maron had a great story similar to that on his podcast with Roger Waters. I remember my buddy texted me and said, you gotta listen to this interview with Roger Waters, I know you love Pink Floyd. And he was talking about driving through New Mexico and out in the desert and listening to Animals and maybe being on drugs and being with friends and being in high school and that whole thing. But Sheep is great, obviously. Oh, when I saw Roger Waters the first time, I was in Denver at the Pepsi Center with my buddy John, and when he played Dogs, it was so amazing. He had the girls, Lucius was his backup singers, that band, and then other people from his band during the big synth solo. They came out all dressed in these animal masks and sat down, and he like poured them champagne all fancy style, like a waiter or something. And he was kind of abstract and strange, but it was so cool. And, you know, that was the point in the concert when people just really cut loose, and the vibe just really changed from this like, oh, classic rock, Pink Floyd, money, play money, to oh, we are on the trip of a lifetime. You know, we had pretty good seats. It was amazing. There was a stench in the air. So yeah, seeing him play Dogs was something I'll never forget, because how often does a artist like that get the go ahead, well, feel confident enough to play a 17-minute song when there's that many people paying? Well, I guess different strokes for different folks, right? Not most pop bands. I don't know if Pink Floyd is a pop band. They're certainly one of the most popular groups that's ever existed. Roger was one of them. Maybe the main architect, who knows? You can argue with me. Definitely the best singer and the best lyricist. The albums after he left were just not on par, sorry. But no one could rival the peak of this band. I mean, then I want to talk about the other song. I mean, I mentioned Sheep, but Pigs, 3 different ones. He did the whole Donald Trump thing in the concert, which was pretty crazy and wild and cool, but seeing that performed live was amazing, and just that song is just so great. It's funky, obnoxious, great lyrics, great groove. Do yourself a favor, listen to Animals by Pink Floyd if you never have. It's fantastic. If you like going to outer space on your sonic journeys, it's been very influential on me. Thank you for listening to me ramble. I'll see you again soon.